Thank you, Dave. This is all new this morning. $500,000 being allocated to address what some Allegan County residents say are long-term health issues caused by pollution.
So this after a 2018 cancer diagnosis prompted one woman to start a Facebook page called Justice for Otsego. 13 on your side's Aaron Sullivan talked to concerned residents and researchers from Michigan State University's Toxic Action Lab. Aaron joins us in studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, this is just the start of a 3-year study. Researchers are hoping to find answers for people who suspect their community has cancer clusters caused by decades of contamination from nearby paper mills.
This is such an incredible example of a community banding together, knowing there's a problem, supporting one another, validating concerns.
Michigan State University's Toxic Action Lab is working to improve public health for Plainwell and Otsego residents. $500,000 is being used to help researchers uncover areas possibly contaminated with toxic waste.
Frustration and the anger and the sadness that has been so prevalent in these communities, it's just every time I do one of these interviews, it just becomes that much more clear to me why we're doing this work.
Christina DeGrouche is taking over the Justice for Otsego Facebook page, a page that was founded by her friend Mary Zach, who was once again fighting a tough battle with cancer. Christina speaking out on her friend's behalf, who was too sick to speak with us for this story. At just 17 years old, Mary Zach survived stage 4 ovarian cancer. Today, at 42 years old, she's fighting again. And Mary is not the only one in this community who has faced cancer.
But yeah, a lot of people have lost people way too soon. I've lost a lot of people that I went to school with that are my age that have died. It's heartbreaking, really, when you get into it and seeing how it's affected each family, each individual.
After hearing from the community of only 4,000 people and finding hundreds dealing with cancers and life-altering diseases, Mary started to connect the dots. Michigan State University is now working with members of the Justice for Otsego Facebook group to share their stories with researchers.
University, on a statewide perspective, we are just getting started with this incredible environmental justice grant from Eagle. We've been able to kind of lay out a 3-year timeline of what we as a team want to do and what the community wants to do together with us.
In addition to the loss of loved ones, DeGrouche has also experienced her own health issues. She has diabetes insipidus and an abnormal Radke's cleft cyst.
I've had 5 surgeries through the nose to remove it, and I've also had a craniotomy to remove it, which makes 6 surgeries total since I was 31 years old.
Many members of the community suspect all of the cancers and unusual health problems could be connected to the area's paper mill industry. One mill is still in operation, but most are closed. DeGrouche is now working with MSU researchers and took them on what she calls a contamination tour.
Seem to be some unanswered questions, and again, these are just things that I'm suspect of, or when I'm looking at previous research, things that maybe I'm drawing my own conclusions for. The fact that we could even go on what we're quoting as a contamination tour, obviously there's something wrong.
We flew our 13 on your side drone up over some of the mills to show you the proximity of the old dumping sites to the waterways, the Kalamazoo River next to where the former Plainwell paper mill once operated, and the former site of the Rock 10 paper mill. Area residents say the river sometimes floods into the old contaminated dumping sites, where you can clearly see signs that say hazardous.
Well, the Otsego City wells are in a floodplain in Brookside Park. Okay. And that's part of the tour I'm going to do today, so you'll see where it's at.
Residents and researchers with the Toxic Action Lab have taken tap water, creek water, and soil samples to test for more than 60 types of PFAS, specifically targeting areas where they believe dumping could have been close to wells where drinking water is stored. A study done by the state's environmental department, Eagle, found chemicals in some Allegan County wells, citing that some toxins were below the state's legal limit.
This group of people is passionate, and they should be, and they know that there has been an injustice here, and they've kind of laid it out on the table. And so as researchers, it's an excellent opportunity, and we're very grateful to be able to work with such a strong sense of community here.
And we'll be checking in with researchers to find out those test results, in addition to keeping in contact with them, as this is only the beginning of their 3-year study. In studio, Erin Sullivan, 13 on your side.